Okay. Oh, I procrastinated. Well, I didn't procrastinate. I was doing chores today. Took a while to get my apartment cleaned up. Did the laundry. All this stuff like just don't feel like doing most of the time. Anyways, right. Private game. Haha, yes. Huh, so you could just do that to skip. Interesting. I guess if you're all in the same area, like, that's what you do, is just pick the best. And if you have to, like, go in between two regions, you do that instead. I was just expecting it to, like, bring up all the regions anyway, and just sort of skip the loading of their ping, but whatever. Let's see if I can get a run off the ground today. Sure hope so, because yesterday was abysmal. Yesterday, like, I was tilted. The game didn't want me to succeed. Everything was awful. I'm hoping that with having cleaned my apartment, my better state, because honestly, it helps a lot. Like, it probably doesn't work for everyone, but for me, if I'm feeling like I've been unproductive and worthless and things just aren't going well and I don't feel great and starting to get agitated easily, I just like clean my apartment and then look at how clean it is and be like, damn, I actually can get things done. And it's just a huge boost to the mental. Almost didn't see that. But I noticed there was no books, which, like, if there's no books in a spot, there might be an item. I'm still using like actual mouse movement instead of mouse wheel to open those doors. I think mouse wheeling is like better. I'm just not used to it. I should get used to it. Because like that just works so much better. Okay, so I've got to keep in mind, killing Spewer no longer free money, or really possible, which sucks. Oh, hello. Excuse me, just one moment, please. If I can sneak around you. Thank you. Oh, I completely forgot yesterday. I wanted to mention it because it is just something stupid, but the other day at work, I had somebody like trying to scout me for working at their job, which is a very much if I had a nickel moment for me. Like, it's happened before, and the previous time it was like very obviously a scam. This one I'm not sure if it was a scam or if it was just some guy who seemed really shady with a job title that seemed like a whole load of nothing. Okay, I go back here, I wait 40 seconds. Grudge despawns. But like, so this kid, probably like somewhere between 19 and 22 years old, I guess, comes up, got that typical like Gen Z frizzy hair, pink polo, and like a watch that just screams, "Look at this expensive watch that I have." And like, I'm ringing him out. He gets $7 a gas, and in the middle of like him punching in his like phone number for the loyalty program, he starts asking me like, "So how do you like working here?" I tell him it's a job. Like that's all I say. It's a job. Oh, what do you get paid? And it's like, oh, this, he might be like thinking about getting a job here or something. And I just say, just like barely over minimum. Okay. I actually work in direct marketing, and we're hiring, and you seem like you like talking to people. And I just like remove all emotion from my face and just go, no, I work with the public because I'm not qualified to do anything else, and I need to survive. It was just like such a silly thing to say after literally no interaction, to just be like, you seem like you like talking to people. Like, do I like talking? Maybe. Do I like talking to people? No. And then after I like explained that, like what he said just made no sense to me. He was like, okay, I see your angle. And it's like, do you want the receipt? I think that's all that I said to him, is like, you want the receipt? Like, no. And I closed the drawer and went back to reading on my phone. But it just was like so practiced and rehearsed, and anyone who goes up to like random cashiers to try and like get them to work for you, like, I don't have faith in those sorts of people, because there's a reason they're going up to cashiers. It's because they need people who are like desperate for money, so they go to the lowest paying jobs they can think of. That's also why he asked like how much I make, because like you try and remind them of how little money they make, so that way they're like, it's on their mind when you present a new job opportunity. It all just seems so like rehearsed and scripted, and like direct marketing is just telemarketing or door-to-door salesman, which like, man, I hate it when I'm dealing with people. Like, people are bad enough when they're going to a store to get a product. I assume they're only worse when you're interrupting their life to try and sell them a product that they did not ask for. Like, no one wants to be cold called or have a salesperson knock on their door. But it's just like the hilarity of it. Actually, no, wait. When he asked like if when he said like it seems like I like talking to people, I think the first thing that I said was I chose to work in a kiosk away from people. Because like, that's the other thing. I'm not just a cashier. I'm a cashier that's like secluded in a kiosk. I don't think there's anything up there. If there is, I'm not getting it. 33K. Good money. Good start. But yeah, I much prefer getting customers like those to like the ones who are actually upset or frustrating. It's much funnier when it's somebody who's actually just kind of unintentionally hilarious. Much more rare too. Usually most of the customers I get at work are just like frustrating for one reason or another. A lot of times it's because they don't understand anything, but also don't want an explanation. Like they don't understand and they don't want to understand. And it's like, okay man, you just want to be upset. Please get therapy. I'm going to ignore feather, even though it would be good. I don't think any of these are going to actually help me kill anything. Yeah, I guess I just saved 3K. And I've got some crystals stocked up, and time to get screwed over by bad RNG. I didn't want to say it directly, but that's what I meant by bad RNG. The game still understood and decided that I had jinxed myself. I'll just put it out there. Yeah, a lot of like customer stories that I have from work are just upsetting. Recently had a customer that didn't even tell me how much gas they wanted, barely told me which pump they were on, walked away, went to like reposition their car by backing up, even though they didn't need to line up with the gas pump. A lot of people don't realize that the hoses actually like allow you to not be directly next to where the nozzle is hung up. Weird, I know. But like, they're backing up and they end up hitting the person behind them. They were going slow, so it didn't cause any damage, but like, it's one of those, oh my god, why are you doing, why, who let you drive moments. On top of the fact that they didn't even tell me how much gas they wanted, and then they start trying to pump their gas that they didn't fully ask for, and I had to go out there and be like, hey, you didn't pay for gas, you didn't even tell me how much you wanted, you barely told me which pump you were on. And like, I've had people in the past from town complain to corporate about me making them feel stupid. But that's... don't act stupid if you don't want to feel stupid, is all I can say about that. Like, not exactly a me problem. Sometimes I need to explain things that, like, maybe not a little kid, but like maybe a 10-year-old would be able to reason together. Very much live in a town that I feel was deeply affected by lead poisoning. Lots of people who are like '50 and older and have done a lot of work in like garages in their entire life. So they spent a lot of time being around the fumes of leaded gasoline. And it shows. I hate Manor so much. Like, all these doors for 3 rooms. Like, I know when I go to a museum, I'm talking about, like, I much prefer having doors to not having doors. But this is too much. Okay. At least it wasn't anything that would have killed me. And now I know Peeper exists. Should have like, I'm gonna guess like 42K in this place. I think it gets to like 4 times or something. If not, it doesn't need to be that much. Like, it can be quite a bit below 4 times, and because of the 400, it'll still make 40K. But I think it's about 4 times. No sign of tier 3 yet. Kind of worrying. Nothing's walked in here from that room. It's definitely something that walks. I can see doors open. But I think it's despawned. Sounded like I was hearing footsteps. Easy. Where's the fridge? Nothing. Okay. That is much better than so many of the alternatives. Like, I was kind of worried it was going to be like Robe and I wouldn't see it until final extract, and then I'd just get killed, or like Huntsman and same deal. But Reaper isn't just like manageable, but shouldn't be the biggest threat on running out, I think. I know I've died to it before, and I know that it can just stun lock, but I do think it's one of the weaker tier 3s, all things considered. Because it doesn't one-shot like, or do like 100 damage like Robe and Huntsman, and like Clown. And Trudge. And it doesn't have like the range that Clown and Huntsman have. And Trudge to an extent. Not that way. Where am I even going? Oh, I wasn't expecting to just run directly into it. And I was hoping to be able to close that door, but guess not. I don't understand Taxman's estimate there. I think it adds up like the amount that you put in both extractions, but it doesn't take into account the amount that gets extracted. It said like 57k, but like I think that's because I had extra in both of them, but it double counted that extra. There's really like, I'll buy recharge. Eventually that'll be useful. And 5k on upgrades. Something good for cheap. Anima. At least I got some strength. But it's not enough yet. And I did get an explosive mine, but it's also not enough yet. Sure. Pretty low level 3, okay. Maybe what happens with level 3 is, I assume the quota is determined by like, because I know it's tied to the items that spawn. But I assume the items must spawn before the quota is determined. And level 3 is like the first one where you start getting really good big items. Which is why it ends up being like significantly more than earlier levels. Because it's still 2 extractions, but there's good items on. Whereas like the next, like level 4, there will be 3 extractions, so it's split up more. Like he had to be over there, right? That jumping must have lured him, right? It did, but I didn't put the landmine close enough. Kinda upsetting. Curious. This time for sure. Oof, that much overcharge for just one headsman smack. Or huntsman smack. At least I only needed one. I wasn't going to check out that way first. I'm checking out this way first. Okay.
It's possible to have a soft spot for this potion, or...
No, I don't think it's possible. Okay, time to bring both of these back to the extraction. This one's too fragile, the other one's too bulky. Okay, Huntsman, Tier 3. Tiers 1 and 2, unknown. I really hope I just have like duck and bangers or something. I don't know. Duck Huntsman is kind of annoying, but not the worst combo. I just don't want to see like viewer again now that you can't just easily kill it. This way. It wasn't that way. There was nothing there. And I got hurt. Okay. Well, I don't want to risk going under 100. There's absolutely a closer
Disclose
extraction
Make light field and fire.
for that. Like, the extractions over here are definitely going to be closer. Door knocked down. I don't think a huntsman would do that. At least not without taking damage first. And he was full health when he hit the mine. Bowtie? Bowtie would do that while running around. Oh, I actually put it like under. Got it. Not attempting it with this. Seems that there is Bowtie. Fine, I'll go the entire way. I do not want it destroying my loot. No, why do you have to go that way? Turn around. Go the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way. Don't do it. You see nothing. Man, you're wasting my time. Just go somewhere else. Outplayed. Seriously? Why is it just gonna hang around here now? I hate the AI in this game. Like, the enemy AI is so annoying. It doesn't have much to do in that room, but I can get past it. Didn't lose money either. That's the important part. One of those is the extraction. Oh, I was so close to not damaging it. This piece of shit. What else just hit that door? You were. Okay. I'm hoping I just dragged Huntsman into the bunk bedroom. Barricade the door frame. Keep myself safe. So obviously Huntsman is going to be the biggest threat on the way back. Unless I manage to like get him knocked over because of bow tie or something. Kind of funny how he just like tanked that door. When did I take 5 damage? Did I get hit by spewer vomit or something? Because I was at 105 before. It's gonna be rough to get out of. Unless I'm just lucky. Okay. I was just lucky and I didn't run by the way that Huntsman went. Don't make me buy the duck. Why do you keep putting this into the pool? It has been in every single shop. I don't want to spend the money for it. I'm not getting regular landmines either. This is like the first regular grenade that I've gotten. Guess I'm buying the duck. No, I don't want to waste... I don't want to waste the crystals that I bought on the duck, is the thing. One range. And then 3 more stamina. I wish I could afford 2 stamina in one of those, but cannot. Actually, I do kind of want sprint speed dead, so I'll get some health just in case. Just as a safety. You never know. I've got 4 crystals and nothing to charge. It's honestly really upsetting. I remember there was some, like, when the game first came out, I saw online somebody say, oh, you could use a recharge drone on yourself to get stamina. I fucking wish. Because they'd never used it, they'd never tried using it, and they just saw the lightning bolt and thought, oh, that's the same thing that's used for stamina, even though it's different design lightning bolt. Sad face thumbs up. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel not having an actual weapon in this game. Oh boy. There's 4 different maps in this game, but I've done 4 levels and only seen 2 maps. Love it. Game fucking hates me. Oh no. Well, I found why the game kept giving me indestructible drone. It just knew that I would eventually get this. But imagine I actually get a full value fossil for once. Never before done in this game without the indestructible. Okay. Leave that there. That was like the easiest positioning for fossil that I think Headman Manor can give you. Okay. Clown. Slightly damaged. Bit of a shame, but I at least didn't lose anything. That is not getting out of there. See, this is just like This rhino is deceptively resilient. Bash it against a clown, didn't even lose like 400. It looks like it'd shatter in an instant, but it doesn't. Like, very surprisingly good weapon. I can't, man. I can't. I can't with this place. I want to rank this as not the worst map. But then I play it. No. Like, I would love to be able to say that, like, the vent rooms in the later stages of Station make it worse than Manor entirely, but, like, then I play Manor. And I realize that's lying. That's a lie. This map is downright awful. Okay, I'll get all of this stuff later. That's like a long straightaway away from the start, but it's not that far away from the start. That second item I'm seeing. Is there just something up here that I didn't... Oh, yeah. What do you know? Oops. Better put that in the money bag. What do you want me to do with it? Like, I'm not bringing it to any of the other extractions, that's for sure. They put all the big items, like, near the first extraction. There was no way for me to get all of them on at once. You know what? Good enough. Kinda wishing I bought Feather Drone when I had the chance. Kinda just hate this place. It's like every time I come here, I am more and more surprised at how much I dislike everything about this map. Just give me museum. Why has this run only been Swiftbroom Manor, Swiftbroom Manor? I better not get Swiftbroom for level 5. I don't care if you give me robe, gnomes, and upscream. Give me museum. I do feel like Tier 1 hasn't shown itself. Has me thinking Peeper. Yeah, all of this is just in an offshoot that isn't even near the other extractions. This is wonderful. Guess I go check to see what's down here. Good amount of small stuff. Yeah, I should have just brought the cart down. That's a clown. Clown back. Oh. Well, it didn't hurt. Must have been them that I heard. Damn. That's fine. I should just put it like over here. I've got enough to finish the level. Kind of just looking for anything big that I might... Okay. Honestly, thank you for showing up. I don't need to worry about gnomes or anything like that. Or like duck getting in the way and getting hit by clown laser and then attacking me. Why is this wall here? Why is it built like that? Doesn't make much sense to me. Like, I'm no architect, but it seems like it serves no purpose and doesn't even look good. So, why is it like that? Probably gameplay reasons of like not wanting you to lift things up over the stairs or something, but I'm not asking about gameplay reasons. Okay. Clown is probably alive again. That's not how the crown's supposed to be. Maybe it got hit by the bomb. I don't think it spawned like that. Maybe it spawned like partially on the plant, because it did have like some damage done to it. Do I get greedy? No, I don't think I do. The only reason I'm not getting greedy here is because clown. Because if I get greedy, like, I'm not bringing the clock. That's for sure. Anything else, like, if I run into the clown, I can't use it to bash the clown. So I get lasered, and or the item gets lasered. Clown's gonna get drawn into that. Actually, no, clown turns around and goes towards the truck, doesn't it? Got him. I just needed to be able to knock down the clown so I could get around it, or have it like walk by me. Either one. I don't want that. I want one of the guns, damn it. I feel like that's not reliable enough for me to justify kidding. As funny as it'd be. This thing just doesn't do enough. Like, I've tried using it, it just doesn't do enough. What's the bat cost? The bat's 45k. They see this thing as being as good as the shotgun. I don't. I haven't used the shotgun, but I still doubt that that's as good as the shotgun. I don't know. Maybe shockwave mine will be useful. Put it next to a pit. Something walks over it, gets blasted into the pit. Who knows? There's a chance that it's helpful. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a break in about an hour, so I'll be right back, putting on music, etc. I don't have a cover for this. I can't really turn it. Grab like a piece of tape. Usually I use like, I changed webcams just because of the tracking thing bothering me still. Usually I just flip down the cover, but this one doesn't have one. It's supposed to be like turned around and folded into itself. But yeah, I'll be right back.
back of my old diary. We all gotta break sometime. It's underlined and red. Scrawled across the screen beneath the spider ring. We all gotta break sometime. I left it all unread. The more I know, the less I seem to care. Weighted down by everything and falling through the air. And the more I hold, the less that I can bear. But hey, we all gotta break sometime.
Okay, I'm back. Maybe in the next shop I will finally have a weapon that is actually a weapon. I'm gonna lose my mind. This game really just hates fun. It hates me enjoying things. It doesn't want me to see new content. It doesn't want me to have fun weapons to use. It wants me to be stuck with shockwave mines, regular grenades, and swift broom and manner 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 and only swift broom and manner and nothing. Can't say I'm a fan. This is why true random is not fun for games. Because true random can lead to very annoying patterns happening. Or just patterns happening in general for short term. And I know it's not like fully random. They've got the restriction of like can't go to the same place twice in a row, but when there's 4 levels and you see only 2 of them over, or like 4 maps and you see only 2 of them over 5 levels, there's not exactly great. Not exactly great variety, I'd say. Which would kind of be the goal of creating random levels, is the variety. This feels like Headman. I didn't see him there before. Are you kidding? Did I play with you? No. Sorry. I typically either play solo or with people that I already know in one way or another. I feel like it's going to be a very rare thing to find any stream that you go into and you ask in chat, hey, can I join? And unless they have like with viewers in the title, they're probably not gonna say yes. Here's, I should be able to make that. There we go. That definitely won't explode when I pick it up. I'm just bringing these back so that I don't need to carry them around in the cart. Oh, he did deal damage to the vase. I was going to say, wow, the vase is intact. You must not have hit it. Did. That sucks. He just went up there, griefed the vase, wasted my items, and then left. I probably should have just held on to the grenade, but... I probably should have just gotten a better RNG with what the shop gave me. If I'm honest, like... should have just had better things for me to buy. I mean, technically, I could do that. Could be really cheesy and just... bad shop, go to main menu, go back into game. Bad shop, go to main menu, go back into game. But that's not fun or good to watch. So like, I'm never going to. That's not good. I don't want to see that. Bro. What'd the clown ever do to you? Beginning to look a lot like this level could only be made worse if it were in manner. You know what? I'm bringing this stuff back, and then I'm gonna grab that cube. I don't want to say which tier 2 enemy would make this pretty bad, but the game already knows what I'm thinking. And it already knows that I probably jinxed it by mentioning anything at all. Oh. Well, you're not nearly as bad as it could be. Okay. Oof. I've got the strength, but I'm not about to actually get the kill. If I run into it, though. Or Headman. Okay. I didn't want to hit the orb with the cube. Unfortunate, because I thought it'd do more. Like, I kind of just did that to lose 4,000. Didn't really gain much out of it either. Like, didn't gain anything aside from Mentalist dead. Which is fine. It is beneficial. This wasn't like a top priority compared to having money. Oh my fucking god. That was as efficient as anything else. I heard that. Yeah, this one absolutely saved for last. Bruh. Whatever, man. Come on. How many, like, big things are right by this final extract? Like, I'll bring most of them over here now. Except the Griffin. The Griffin is not going on. I'm not sure I can even... Actually, if I can lift this fine, then... Okay, I'll bring it over. Okay, it is not. This is not gonna work. Cool. 22,000. Almost like half its value. Figuring out how to put everything in is going to be fun. Let's kill this guy. Kill him with bottles. Like, I know this is probably a bad idea, but not the worst. Oh, it's the worst. That was a pretty bad idea. He just doesn't get stunned, okay? Here I was thinking that that item stuns basically everything. Only to learn that it doesn't stun headmen. Like, I'm pretty sure you can stun Trudge with that, but not headmen. Headman just tanks it. Good thing there's two more. Unless that's another change that they made, along with like the other item combat changes that seem to have been made. God, that's one of the ambients that's gonna get me probably every single time. Because it's not something spooky, it's just something that sounds like, oh, did something open up? No, that's not how the game works. Somewhat regretting my decision because I may have been able to bring the griffin here. And it would have taken less damage than it did on the way to the other extract. And it wouldn't be as much of a pain to put on because, like, I'm still not sure if the final extract, like, total bug happens. But if it does, then that means that, like, I'll have to put the griffin on after the cart, probably. Shit. That was very close, I feel, to just hitting me and break. Like, if it rubber banded just slightly more, that would have been bad. At least with gnomes, if they get to my cart and destroy the 25k bag that I'll have, I'll still have plenty of money at the extract. Where are the rest of you? Mentalist alive is my guess at this point. Okay. Actually, not gonna do the funny because the funny would be bad arrangement. So like, I think I don't even put the cart on. I put the bag on and then I put that on sideways. Good. That's just security. I thought I saw Mentalist head in here. I guess I lucked out. Okay. I'm losing my mind. I am losing my mind. This is so awful. They didn't like patch out all the guns, did they? Like, did they patch it to make it so that whether you no longer get even like trank gun or regular gun or shotgun or plasma pistol, or all I've seen is crossbow. I've seen one explosive landmine. That was loud. I keep seeing frying pan. I may as well buy it just to get it out of the fucking pool. Like, at this point, I'm buying this to get it out of the pool. You know what? I'm gonna buy these so that way they're no longer in the pool. I'm not gonna use them. Stop showing up. Give me good mines. You too. Give me better grenades. Get rid of all this stuff. That's too much. Got 13 more. Get this as a just in case. I don't know, this is pretty awful. Like, I'm never gonna use half of this stuff. I've got eight strength at least. It is kind of demoralizing. I don't know. I don't want to press this button again and end up getting Manor because it's only been Manor and Swift Room. So I kind of think, as short of a stream as this was, even by my standards, I'm going to call it here. If I get Manor again or Swiftbroom again next time I play, at least it'll be on a different day. But having Swiftbroom Manor, it's worn on me. Like, I'm not burnt out with the game. I'm burnt out with how the game's playing today. So, thanks anyone who's been hanging around and watching. Really appreciated. My best estimate is maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday, maybe Friday. I don't know. I'll be back eventually.